This week, we saw the largest airdrop in Bitcoin history called Runestones from Leonidas and team. Yes, we finally got stoned. So, what's the deal with this Runestones airdrop and who is eligible for it? Well, first, Leonidas is an Ordinals influencer who spearheaded Runestones as a 100% volunteer and decentralized initiative to reward the OGs in the space. Essentially, wallets that held 3 or more non-text or JSON inscriptions on the 1-year anniversary of Ordinals were eligible. This happened to be block height 826600 with roughly 110,000 addresses airdrop. It was a true airdrop, there was no need to claim, and it was given regardless if someone was a whale or a minnow. The artist behind the runestone rock image is none other than 0xfar, who's worked on other Ordinals projects as well. Given the large collection size, it's remarkable that the project has achieved such high floor price action and volume. Runestones is already at second place in terms of 30-day volume. That is insane because if we look at it, there's only around 1,300 listed out of over 112,000 objects. That's like 1% of the entire collection listed. In fact, one of these digital stones flipped a real blue emerald aquamarine stone in evaluation. Unreal, guys. So yes, we are definitely in a rune bubble. These have no official utility. The first major takeaway is that you should always split your assets into multiple wallets as early as possible to farm airdrops like these. Second takeaway is that airdrop season is still very much alive. In fact, every project, new and existing, is trying to stay relevant by incorporating some sort of runes angle into their marketing strategy. One of which is BTC Machine, who's confirmed another even bigger airdrop of 112,777 Z-bit inscriptions to runestone holders. So that's this tweet right here. They're going to be airdropping the Z-bit token, which right now is a BRC20, and it has pumped majorly. This is the max price graph. You went from 20 cents to $1.06. But market cap is very, very small. But instead of looking at unit price, look at the market cap and potential multiples. And as of recording, here's a list of upcoming airdrops to runestone holders. This might be another reason why the floor is holding so well. There is the runestone token, the Z-bit that we just covered, Invent on BTC, RNS, Merle by Merlin Layer 2, free mint art. So yeah, I'm gonna post these links in the description below if you want to go check it out. Z-bit is probably the biggest one that I've seen so far. BTC Machines has been around and they have a really large and sort of complicated ecosystem. I would say there's definitely a lot of potential there. Invent on BTC looks like a newer project. It's an upcoming crowdfunding platform for projects building on Bitcoin. The prophecy has already ended, but this was a fun one by Trevor.btc. It was a free open mint edition. They're still available on secondary for very affordable prices. So I'm writing floor price was around $52, which if you hold could also enable you to receive other airdrops as well. So there's a lot of different airdrops, some of them with more information than others, but I would highly recommend going through these tweet threads, and I'll post what I can in the description below. Startup says runestone holders are either the OGs, diamond hands, or whales. By involving them, you know most will be sticking around for a long time. If you need strong marketing and community airdrop to runestones, it's that easy. A couple of new projects that recently just announced another airdrop as well. One of them is omnis.wtf. They already have a wallet checker, and phase 3 is going to go to holders of these collections. This is their wallet checker. There's another one. This project is called Leonidas Stone Dynasty, or LSD. It's going to be a collection of 10,000 LSD pieces, and everyone who has received a runestone from Leonidas will get the chance to check their eligibility. It doesn't look like an airdrop, but it looks like a whitelist, so you may have to pay to mint this. This list will undoubtedly grow as airdropping to runestone holders is great marketing right now. There are no official partnerships, so definitely beware of getting dropped drainers, wallet drainers, and DYOR before you do anything. In fact, you want to read this tweet and familiarize yourself with SIG hashes. There's been a few scams recently within the Bitcoin ecosystem, as is to be expected when there's a lot of attention and money involved. In layman's terms, you really want to avoid this third one, SIG hash _ none. This means I send you the money and I don't want to enforce anything in return. And an example would be like this. This is using the UI of Xverse. I believe Leather Wallet and Magic Eden have yet to implement warning signs like this for SIG hash _ none, but I'm sure that is in the works. Well, basically, until the wallet you use implements this warning, be very, very cautious with which sites you're accessing, triple check the URL, and stay on proven marketplaces like Magic Eden, Magic Sat, Trike Gamma, and Ordinals Wallet, etc. A lot of activity, a lot of things happening. Couple things to note. A lot of people from all major chains are talking about runes, so it's likely going to be a very crowded trade with potential gas wars. It's a hot buzzword. You should definitely use caution because 90% of tokens go to zero. This is all speculative right now. At least though, if your inscription goes to zero, you'll still be left with a spendable market value Satoshi in worst case scenario. It does feel like expectations and the hype for runes are a little too frothy, and with most hype things, they often disappoint. This isn't to say that you can't make money with it. You can absolutely make money with this and on any chain. There will be many tokens and projects vying to be the 11th because the first 10 are going to be hard-coded by Casey. And like I said in my previous videos, if you want to go check those out, he's not going to have early allocation and he's going to have to mint just like the rest of us. So if you plan on fading, that's totally fine. There will always be an entry. There will always be another opportunity. However, if you do plan on participating and have PTSD from minting other deed gas war, take a deep breath because thankfully this is not Ethereum, this is Bitcoin. So if you do get front run or your transaction fails, you don't pay anything because there is a good chance that front running will happen for runes. Now, one of the best ways to set yourself up for getting some runes is to run your own Bitcoin node. There are several advantages to running your own node in addition to directly sending your transactions to the mempool quickly. Other pros include enhanced security, maintaining privacy, supporting the network's decentralization and resilience, customization and control, and obviously a valuable learning experience because for most people this will be a big learning curve, myself included. The second thing you should do is use Xverse because they are setting themselves up as the leading wallet for runes with their latest announcement that they are supporting runes on testnet before the launch. So in this tweet, they tell you the steps on how to do it. You gotta use testnet, request Bitcoin, and then mint the runes and test it out. Obviously, don't hoard the testnet coins because they're not gonna be worth anything and it defeats the purpose of testing. It defeats the purpose of giving feedback to developers to improve the experience. And in case Xverse fails during the runes launch, you can always fall back on your own node. So yeah, it's just always good to consider game theory and both sides of the argument. I also believe that in addition to the runes tokens, bringing some of the casino over in a fungible type of way, the protocol itself could potentially be a major platform breakthrough for other things to be built on top of it that we just don't know. Because right now we're still building out DeFi. We're still looking at feasible layer 2s for Bitcoin. And if you have this new innovation that is going to be coming out, allowing efficient fungibility of token trading, that could be an important first step to DeFi and getting a lot more liquidity onto Bitcoin. So yeah, just some thoughts. I think that the innovation itself will prove to be more important in the long term than the hype over whichever token gets to win first meta or just win the majority lion's share of the market. All in all, I still think runes is going to be a net positive. I'm excited to see what happens with runes. Let me know if you're going to be participating. Drop a comment on what your predictions are going to be. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.